good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Olimoleague. Welcome to the solo cast too. Zombigrub's actually sleeping on my couch as we speak. She's gonna be leaving in about half an hour for the airport, so she will not be casting with me today for the monthly finals. Yesterday was a bit of a letdown, mostly on account of the fact that the Korean house seemed to have no-showed on us, and that kind of sucked. But I had a lot of fun doing the AMA with you guys for those that were there, and I can tell you Zombigrub did too. We enjoyed it quite a bit, and it was a lot of fun, and hopefully there's going to be more opportunities for us to do stuff like that in the future. Just veg out on the couch and sit down and have a one-on-one with you guys. I know the time for it wasn't super amazing, so not a lot of you guys got to tune in for it, but I think between the Bits boss battle that was going on between like Terminator, Yoda Oh Fuck You, and Lumberjack, it was actually worthwhile in more ways than just in entertainment's sake, so thank you to those 4 people who I just mentioned. But yeah, we'll see how today goes. I've also enabled overkill mode to try it for once, so we'll see if the bots or the bits even get used this morning. I think you guys probably used up all your bits the last night if I had to guess. But yeah, we're in the lobby for aLive versus ByuN. It's going to be a best of 3 here for the Olimoleague monthly finals. This Olimoleague monthly finals has been segregated as much as it literally can. It's 2 TvTs on the top side, ByuN and aLive, Bunny and Gumiho, and then 2 PvPs on the bottom side, Classic and Hush, and then Deer versus not Sue, but Billowy, who replaced him. So TvT, TvT, PvP, PvP. This is cool because it does make for a guaranteed TvP finals, but yeah, also means we're gonna be having a lot of mirror matchups today. But it's gonna run like this: 1 best of 3, 2 best of 5s, and a best of 7. So shouldn't be too bad overall. It feels like just yesterday we did the last Olimoleague monthly finals, and we had the other language casters leave early on account of not realizing it's the best of 7. But oh, there we go, game's starting. Let's play the intro. Actually, see you guys here in a sec.
The Vespine is always greener in somebody else's base. You dream about blowing up theirs, but they have a real good race. Just look at the map around you, right here on Abyssal Reef, as ultras and links surround you. So make like a tree and leave under the sea. Typing GG, darling, it's better typing those letters. Take it from me.
I have no idea what I'm doing with my life anymore. I get such enjoyment out of that, but oops. Didn't mean to mute. Meant to enable. We are getting into game number 1. I am now aware that my sounds in game are off on account of the Ting Open Finals. We'll fiddle with that in a moment. To kick off this series in the top left, we do have the blue Terran player. It is ByuN. Cut to ByuN. Crowd roaring. And his opponent at the bottom right, recently home, as in like I think 4 or 5 hours ago, touched back down in Korea, and he's ready to roll. It's aLive. Now I've got a bit of a tickle on my throat. Feels bad, man. Hopefully I'm not going to get too sick or anything like that. Make sure to drink lots of water and all that good stuff, but yeah, aLive attended the Ting Open Season 3 Finals this past weekend, as some of you hopefully did see. Unfortunately, did not take home the coveted first place prize, but finished 3rd, so not too bad. I think that was like a $500 or $750 or something like that. I don't know my own prize pool off the top of my head. Feels bad, man. Either way, yeah, it was a little bit sad. I was hoping to actually get more FaceTime with aLive. It was already going to be a short event, and we knew that, but I think combination jet lag and perhaps some social anxiety of a bunch of non-Korean speakers around him, ended up staying in his hotel for a lot of it. So didn't get a lot of one-on-one time, didn't get to make Zombigrub memes with him or anything like that. But when he was at the venue and he was always ready to play, he was very friendly and very nice. So I just hope that one time or another we'll be at another event and I can talk, find some time to hang out. Because Gumiho, of course, who was also there, ended up getting Korean barbecue and just hanging out a little bit more. And I think he was also a little bit more comfortable too, just being in the crowd. But regardless, ByuN, kind of a god kind of an amazing guy when it comes to this matchup. And regardless of ByuN's prowess, I would be absolutely remiss if I did not reference the semifinals of Ting, aLive versus Gumiho. If you guys didn't watch that series, aLive got bodied hard. He lost real bad to Gumiho in a TvT. But the games themselves weren't exactly incredibly one-sided. It was weird, it was scrappy, it was wonderful. But they were losses nonetheless. So I don't think we'll see a bunch of crazy base trades in this one like we did. And in fact, oh, ByuN's setting up at the top of the ramp. He's ready for this. This is going to be nice. Getting the first couple shots can actually go a long way. People saying can barely hear you, Riff. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I had to tear down the audio setup yesterday. Hang on. Is my voice too low? Or is it that the game sounds are too high? Because this is that stream delay. Little bit. It doesn't help. Voice too low. Inside voice, please. It's a bit low. Okay, let me. Okay, that's gonna be turned up for a little bit. I'm watching my levels. Nothing seems to be peeking into reds. So there's that. I'll continue talking like this, and you guys can let me know if this is too quiet or too loud. Press 1 in chat if it's okay. Press 2 if it's too loud, as in 2 for too loud. But anyways, the Reapers are dealt with pretty swiftly. It does cost them about 4 workers. But both players have a bit of a delay on their command centers. So with this SCV not going down, not a big deal. We do have a Banshee following this up out of ByuN, and of course, straight into a Raven. Not so surprising, as it is a pretty common unit to have in the matchup right now, especially when you're considering double Ravens and other things have really taken popularity. Terminator says, I'm here for 15 minutes of StarCraft. Yeehaw. Yo, Terminator was our big bit boss at the end of stream yesterday, and I tell you what, Zomgrub and I went through all the stuff we have together. We signed a ton of stuff last night, and we're going to put together a nice care package for Terminator. So, thanks again, Terminator, for being real awesome yesterday, dude. Do appreciate it. As ByuN wraps into the main, though, you know, those Reapers, they didn't kill a lot of SCVs, but they did soften a lot of them up. So this is a little bit rough. A lot of SCVs going down. Another 5 or so. Locks onto the Banshee, but she's already done enough damage. She's going to be 8 workers killed. 9 on that last shot. Meanwhile, as far as attempts for a counterattack goes, that Reaper's not going to do anything. ByuN was ready and waiting. Grenade ends up shooting units all over the place, but hardly any workers killed. In fact, no workers killed. To the 13 dead of aLive. But this is where aLive might have a bit of power. As he does go for a push, ByuN has actually set himself amazingly well here with some of the bushes to take advantage of the high ground. Same literally with the high ground. Like something's going to block into 2 Cyclones. Feels bad, man. But I just feel like aLive's going to try and get some damage done. He actually has the potential to break ByuN's defense. But ByuN, on the other hand, just swoops in with an auto turret and kills a lot of SCVs and gets a cancel on a pretty important supply depot. Coming on that left side now, there's a couple different pathways to take, but neither of them involve a medevac, so it is just kind of walking forward. Vikings end up causing the auto turrets to come down a little bit prematurely, but the Cyclones, as we see, do break the siege tanks. He actually walks into more of his Cyclones. aLive taking an excellent fight here at the start of this engagement. SCVs are dead. Marines are not able to focus fire down that siege tank, and neither the Cyclones, but he's got that Viking on the ground. He's got a little bit of extra damage to still do, but I think ByuN's going to hold. It's going to cost him a lot of SCVs, down 14 with this fight, but aLive also taking some losses here in the backside. That Raven, please. This is a really weird position that this puts both players in. On one side, you know, aLive was meant to do all this big damage and get caught back up in the game and maybe even take a lead. Going back to the income graph, actually, you can see just how much ByuN's been spiking from all this. But having taken about 10, I want to say 8 to 10 SCV losses from this Raven. Yeah, 8. Doesn't get that lead. At best, evens up the game. And both of them were left for a very awkward army supply afterwards. ByuN's looking a little bit better, though, and he's moving to a Liberator kind of early. This is, I don't know about this. So the Liberator is a great choice, and I guess with air control, he's going to try and take advantage of it. But I was going to say, the Liberator is mostly like an anti-siege tank, you know, break the siege line type device. But when a lot of Marines have stim, the Liberator is kind of a joke. So I guess the logic here is they both are sitting on pretty delicate units. Although, then he lands the Vikings. The Vikings on the ground, I mean, they won't catch these medevacs. I don't know about that, but the medevacs turn around, hightail it back. The Siege Tank does get focused on by the Vikings to get bonus damage versus mechanical after all, but the Siege Tank on the low ground gets some good shots on those Marines. Vikings do what they can to turn it away. One in the sky, or one in the sea, whatever you want to phrase that as, does take out a medevac. And ByuN still leads like 10 workers behind this. Is Zombie Grub still asleep? Not for long, because I'm kind of loud when I cast, but she was trying to be at least moments ago. Again, she's heading back home, guys. You're not gonna see her on stream. She might come in and say goodbye or something, but she's going home today. ByuN takes a really nice position behind this mineral line. Fresh Mule drops and it's gonna get caught. Liberator sets up and there's no real way to push this back. If he comes in with the Marines to deal with the Liberator, that means he's gonna take some damage from that Siege Tank. Oh, it's a bit rough. It's a little bit tough and it's a little bit tight. The Marine kind of comes forward to test the water. I like that. He didn't know whether the tank was going to be there to be trouble or not, but it's one of those things that must be done. So Auto Turret can help deal with this too. Focuses down the Liberator. Costs him a lot of Marines to do so. Almost doesn't get the Liberator at the end of the day. You have if enough Marines to die there too, you could have landed the Vikings. Could have done some real good damage to the Siege Tanks. Sorry, Zombie Group just kind of coming in. But yeah, damage being dealt and chaos being wrecked here in the live stat roll. The Vikings land. Oh, it's a little bit silly to watch. They've all got almost no health. Oh my god, this one's literally on like 1 HP, but it's got about 6 kills. In the meantime, looks like some counterattack damage finally went off by the medevac. And unfortunately, that turret, which is a little bit too much. Hey, Shiesel, thank you very much for those that host, dude. Sorry I don't have super awesome green screen skills like Shiesel, guys. Nor can I rush cannons, but I do appreciate it. And hopefully you'll enjoy the tournament today, as there are some Protoss playing. There's a guaranteed... Oh, you're louder, Tanis. There's a guaranteed PvP in one of the semifinals, and a guaranteed TvP in the grand finals. So if you are on that Protoss hype train, don't miss out. But people are saying that's a lot of ones. I didn't see any twos in chat, so either I'm being excellently trolled by a lot of people coordinatingly, or I'm going to assume the audio is a bit better now, so stick with it for the time being. Now it should be loser's pick. Just gotta wait on figuring out who wants to play where. I guess it is actually specifically a live game. Got some resubs to shout out though, because hopped into it. Thank you, the Temenian. Yo, dude, has it really been 22? Those who don't know, Temenian, when he came to stream, this guy came in hard. He came in heavy. He was a boss. And he's been around for 22 months. I still remember. So, because I couldn't say your fucking name. It says, go ByuN. And then Index Opium just subscribed, brand new. Hey, man, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate. But, yeah, we're waiting for our match to be selected at the moment. Maynard tweeting, finding it tough to fit in with the cool kids. Don't watch Olimoleague. I promise those two are directly related. And then he tweets the stream. What a nice guy. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't see, I posted a pretty amazing 3-second video with Zombie Grub yesterday. Like 10 out of 10. Recommend watching. Oh, looks like lobby's up. Let's find out what game we're getting into so I can load the intro. Newkirk. Wow. Abyssal Reef into Newkirk Precinct into what is like almost certainly going to be honor grounds. What a surprise. You want to say hi to the peoples? Hi. Oh, okay, that's super enthusiastic. Waking up? Feeling good? Are you getting sick? You sound like...
I hope not.
Okay. Well, your taxi should be here in about 15, hopefully. Alright, well, there goes Zombie Grub, guys. Who was that just subbed brand new? Oh, you know what? We'll do the intro. See you guys here in a sec. thank you very much. K2K star for the 4-month resub says, let's go. Games/replays equal a maze. Yeah, I guess if you guys want replays from the Olimoleague, you gotta make sure to support that Patreon, because we do not get to share those with our subscribers. And on that note, I do have the Ting finals locked and loaded. We just got to get this sorted and sent out here. As well, thank you, Robbie Blitz, for the 13 months. Says, yay, ByuN. Quite happy about that first game victory. Yeah, bottom right, he's currently down a game in this best of 3 round of 8 match. It's going to be the Red Terran player, aLive. Again, this guy's just landed, coming back to Korea. A little bit, I guess, behind in sleep, perhaps. We'll find out. Either way, if he does lose this, he can go right to bed, or maybe he's up all day from this point. Either way, his opponent leads 1-0 in the bottom left. It's none other than ByuN. And then, who is this? Thank you, Zaros12, for the Twitch Prime sub. 2 months back to back. Feels good, man. 2 months. Woo! Yeah, boy. Get some. Oh. Well, it looks like, by the way, for those who don't know about this issue, there's a new wave of Baidu links that have gone out. It's this annoying Skype hack that seems to have taken place more recently. A lot of folks, I guess, got 5 messages this morning waking up. I unfortunately was a victim and did send one out myself a while ago, but I just want to point out there, to avoid public misinformation, there seems to be the assumption that clicking on these links on Skype is what causes them, and maybe it does, but you can still have this unfortunately happen even if you never click one of those links. Even if you have complicated passwords. There's been a lot of compromises through Androids specifically, so unfortunately this doesn't seem to really anything to do about it. Just cross your fingers and hope to God that they don't get you. It's really annoying. But anyways, that being said, aLive not going for the faster command center, actually. He did get down and dirty and aggressive last game. I liked it. I liked the thought process behind what he did, but he was doing it to somebody like ByuN, who he was so, like, it was almost like Abyssal Reef specifically. He was ready for that. Like, we had the Cyclone tiding in the grass. He was awaiting the top of the ramps for all these engagements, but it wasn't meant to be. All right, on the top side, it's gonna unfortunately not scout, but more importantly, not be here to fight this attack. The Reapers are deflected initially. I don't know why he's so scared to take that fight, because now he can't with the Cyclone out. As he rushes back home, again, the command center he's going for is a little bit late, and oh, ByuN might just get a kill on this SCV. Oh, this is going to be so annoying for aLive. Yeah, you'll notice this is like worth sacrificing the Reaper for if you can screw with timing. Does run up to the high ground, gets a bit of scouting with this too. That's always nice. Oh, this Reaper's going to get some SCV kills. Are you serious? Please. ByuN, please. Stop being so good at this game. It's ridiculous. Alright, so this Reaper doesn't kill much, but it certainly caused chaos. More importantly, scouts the potential aggression coming out of aLive, meaning that ByuN knows, alright, I can't really stop making units in favor of being greedy, so Medevac's still coming out as planned. He's a little bit supply blocked. Oh my god. Everyone take a screenshot. ByuN supply blocked. Doesn't happen often. Not at least by accident. As he comes across the map with some Marines, 2 Cyclones also head through the front door, and I think that Raven's not gonna, it's just gonna get caught. If ByuN's paying attention at all, it's just gonna lock on and get a free Raven. If the Marines drop in the main, everything leaves themselves vulnerable here for the natural, and of course vice versa. If everything's paying attention to these 2 Cyclones, and these Marines are gonna kill a lot. Viking can't stop that medevac. The jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Either way, the response to the main is good. Cyclone for Cyclone in the natural. Nice micro out of aLive actually there. Might help him win the fight. Oh, if those SCVs had gotten to repair, it would have been very sweet. But looks like auto turret a bit of damage in the main. Ends up trading out not too badly. ByuN keeps that 1 Cyclone alive at 4 HP, man. Some of the things I read in Twitch chat are so dumb. But Viking heads across the map. I guess he was hoping to catch this one out of aLive, still damaged and tarnished. Would have been a free Viking kill otherwise, but it did get repaired up, so that's not going to be the case. That reminder here that ByuN didn't slaughter a bunch of workers to get this lead. 1 SCV is dying after all. This was him just getting his command center down so much sooner, so much faster. So not really showing just yet, but absolutely skyrocketing here on the income. 2 Reapers head north. I'm surprised those, I guess they're still alive. Not a lot you can really do later on with them, but get up here, maybe pick up some SCVs if ByuN's not paying attention. Unlikely. Side note, because I got Zombie Rip standing next to me. Did you see the brackets for this, by the way? She says no. It's TvT, TvT, PvP, PvP.
Oh. Huh.
You gonna speak into it?
I'm eating a banana muffin right now. It doesn't taste anything like banana.
Oh. I thought you were gonna have some comments on the matchups.
No.
Alright, well, we got Viking production coming out of live. Third CC is down. I don't know. Like, Newkirk is pretty well known for the longer games. TvT's just in general going to help facilitate that, but I think that ByuN, despite maybe not having the fast 3cc, is still in a pretty good spot. Keep in mind, like, this supply lead, so much of this just comes from that early game paying off. And if he gets to get aggressive, aLive might have 3cc's, but he won't be mining with that third one. Not given the what I assume ByuN will be attacking with here shortly. Now, I don't know if he's actually going to wait to time this out or if he'll start going early for a soft contain, but he does have stim and combat shields delayed, so they are timing out together. +1 as well with that. A lot of Vikings sitting here on that ledge too. ByuN's not going to get a drop off. If that's what he's planning, it's going to go badly. Well, he does head to the middle of the map with this. Well, upgrades for aLive are looking pretty okay. He's also going to be a little bit behind on the combat shields. So actually, if all things go according to timings, ByuN will have a monster advantage going to this fight. Like, +1 armor is great, but combat shield trumps it every single time in this early game. Picking off some of the Marines that might just scout an attack coming. It's not much, but it does perhaps blindside your opponent. I don't think ByuN has a bunch of Ravens, which is a bit odd to see actually, so just waiting on that combat shield timing. Comes across with his own 3 tanks. Breaking this ramp is not out of the question at all. If he identifies that aLive is down in supply, but more importantly doesn't have combat shields, this is going to be big. The 3rd CC is going to land, but it's going to have to get picked up right again. Right away. Cyclone's going to sacrifice itself. See what's going on. Scan comes down too. He's going to stim on top of this. Yeah, this is ByuN realizing he can absolutely take this fight. Vikings might be in the sky, but it won't matter if anything on the ground is dead. Walks away from the auto turrets. Command center push back immediately. And tank for tank, you know, without high ground vision, he'll have to burn scans to keep attacking forward. But he did lose those medevacs, I think. Yeah, so he doesn't really have anything here to heal those Marines that are stimmed. Vikings got to be careful how far forward they go, but man, that combat shield is always going to be nice. Stim also not done for aLive, but finishing here as we speak. There's that 1-1 as well. Pretty nice march of units across the map. That Raven's got 1 or 2 auto turrets in it, which will be helpful. This one Marine's just kind of chipping away the Vikings too. Poor guy. Liberators are an interesting way to try to take advantage of that air support. I mean, we did see this same dynamic come into, I'm not sure, the command center. What's going on here? We saw the Liberators come out with air support paired up when it was Gumiho versus aLive as well, but I think it was the other way around. Either way, Liberators are going to set up. Marines are just going to stim in. Combat shields is huge, guys. We'll see just how big of a deal it makes this. Nobody has medevacs in play. That 10 health means the world of difference. Tanks go down, and ByuN takes the fight, and he's up about 30 supply. Vikings trying to land on top of the tanks. They can do some serious damage, but looks like it's not enough to break that front line. And with that being said, I think aLive might just be on the outs for this game. Command Center's not dead yet, but he scans and sees ByuN happily dropping mules, and of course marching some reinforcements across the map. Command Center's just being used for scouting. You can't even drop a mule with it because it's just floating in the sky. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I don't know. aLive had those weird games against Gumiho, and I think ByuN is like right up there in terms of like toughness, obviously, but it's a very different player than Gumiho, and you can kind of see just like aLive. I don't feel like played this TvT out too poorly. This was just like watching the repercussions of letting somebody as good as ByuN get away with that command center coming down way before you do as a Terran in a mirror matchup. I mean, it's so sad watching this thing be relegated to be the world's biggest scout, but that's all it really is. Just kind of sets up this informal contain. Both players scanning to see what's going on. ByuN, I think, wants to go for this, but it's kind of bait out of aLive because any of these Marines come in, they're going to get shot. This is the dumbest Cold War I've ever seen in my life. Well, he will get some shots at the command center. He did sneak out those medevacs to go across the map, but well, maybe ByuN didn't realize that his own drops can counter these drops. Combat Shield's actually in 1-1 has been made up, so right now they are fighting on even footing. There is no distinct advantage other than army supply. Ooh. That Marine's out of time. Other side of the map, Liberators will start taking out some tanks. Nice way to break this contain out of aLive. And he's just coming back in with these medevacs. Marine scouts it to the south. That's not bad. Tries to go for the command center. If he gets this command center, it's going to be huge. So, full energy going to go down. aLive losing his third like that. That's harsh. That's brutal. That's not quite game ending, but might be a moral defeat. Well, I like the idea of the Vikings behind the set of ByuN, but I think it might not be necessary. Marines collapse on top of the Liberators. They're going to go down. I mean, nothing pushed back those tanks. GG's get called, and ByuN takes the series 2-0. Also, now I got to deal with the taxi. See you guys in 2 minutes.